everybody, and happy holidays. I'm talking to you from Tennessee, and I'm here at my home, and I'm just really happy to be alive. I decided to put some kind of a video together to just kind of wish all my friends a happy Christmas and a great new year. This is the only way I know how to speak is to speak from my heart, of course. And I meant to go on a little bicycle ride and just maybe show you a little bit of my neighborhood and a few things, but I've decided to just talk to you a little bit about maybe what might be coming next. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what's happened. We all thought maybe, or some of us may have thought that the world was going to come to an end, but today is December 22nd, and it seems like we've survived the 21st, so here we are. We're still here, and so I just wanted to pour a little bit of my heart out about what I may think what's going to be happening in the next little bit. I hope that you're in tune with what kind of changes are happening and what's going on, and I'm thinking that it's going to be changes for the better, and our world's going to slowly change. And it may be hard to imagine when you look at somebody like me. Why would I say that things are going to get better or whatever? You know, you might take a look at me and say, well, he's just a common man, and you know, of course, I'm a mechanic. I've been mechanicking for about 30 years. Been playing drums for about 40 years. And so what I do is I turn wrenches for a living. I work on these greasy, oily gods you call the automobile, and I call them your gods because they seem to be more special than the people that work on them. But that's just me, you know. I look at everything and I see things in a different perspective, because for the last 2.5 years, or 2.5 years before I started working again, I was looking for work for about 2.5 years because I was out of a job. I was actually let go from a job and had been looking and couldn't find anything. And what I did find was a bunch of friends all over the world, and it's been a really interesting experience getting to know everybody and learning new things and new ideas. I thought that we'd all be pitted against each other, and come to find out that most of the people in the world have very specific goals, but we all love the same things. And one of the things I've been taught over the years as growing up is what's the greatest in the kingdom of God. And this great master took these kids around him and said, these are the greatest in the kingdom of God. And he had the children around him. So as we go into this time of year, we should be thinking, in view of the recent events that's happened, and horrible things have happened to children here lately, that we should grab a hold closely, our children, and let them teach us. Let them teach us. It's all about new beginnings when it comes to this season. It's not specifically a name or a label or anything like that. It's about new beginnings, and the closest thing we have to new beginnings is our children. And that's one thing that I've woke up to. I've noticed that a person that's read the Bible pretty much most of my life, I've realized certain things about the book. And one of the things is the word icon is not even in the Bible. But the words I can are in the Bible. I can. Yeah, I can do all things. And I believe that we are a race of people that can do all things. But right now I feel, and I think most people in the world feel, like we're living under some kind of economy where people are in control of things, or they're hiding behind the money that controls things. So in view of all this that I've been talking about, I realize that many things can be mistaken or misleading or the wrong way, and you're probably asking, well, what is he talking about? And this is not about disagreeing or agreeing or anything like that. It's really about just opening myself up to try to help. The word help can be meant two different ways. You know, you can say help, help, or you can say, hey, I'm here to help. And that's the attitude I'm trying to get out to people. Let's just help one another, you know. I mean, I go to work now at the place where I work at, Turn Wrenches, and they give me time limits and they give me times that I'm supposed to in specific things. But the only thing that I've been focusing on, even though my pay doesn't meet what I'm bringing, but I'm being honored by this, is just doing the best job I possibly can. And it doesn't matter what time limit they give me, because most of those time limits that they give you in turning wrenches, they do not follow the real world that we're living in. They do not follow the time, what's happening at the moment. So getting back to what I'm trying to say is that it's important for us to realize that we just need to get out there and honor people and take a look at the different people that are in control of things, and instead of getting angry, just reach out and say, hey, look, this might be a better way right here, or this might be a better way. But do everything you can to help, because you can't kill them. You can't get them out of the way. And there's been plenty of people that have left their work, or left their jobs, or left the thing that they're doing, that they've been dissatisfied. But you've got to, there's one a real good friend of mine that told me that you need to treat every job or everything that you're doing like you're going to be there for the rest of your life, but always be looking for something better. So anyways, I just want to tell you that we all need to work together. We all need to look at our lives and just stop pitting each other against each other. Let all these labels just come off. I consider myself to be a good person, and I consider myself to have some insight on some things, but I don't have all the insights. One of the things I've read in the Bible is that we know in part. That's in 1 Corinthians 13, that we know in part. See, we all have a part of this whole thing and knowing what's going on. I think looking back in the years I've been around ministry and in churches and things, I look back and see how far we have come, and we're really on the brink of, I believe, reaching out and coming together, and not the other way around. For instance, I think it's kind of like Dr. Seuss is still alive, because we used to have rules against women preachers, or people that are women behind the pulpit, where women shouldn't be behind the pulpit. Then along came this minister called Cool Man, and then there's women like Amy Semple McPherson, and just women came along. Now, where we got ministers in the church, men preaching with women's names like Kim. I've got a. Well, he don't know I'm his friend, but he's my friend. His name is Kim, and of course he's not a Native American, but you all know who I'm talking about. He's not a Native American, but he does have a bunch of warriors around him, and he is one that hears this great master of creation. And then there's another brother. I got another brother named Kim. He is what I consider the chief engine of the great mass creator. He's a really funny guy. He's a good guy to listen to. You all know who I'm talking about if you know him. And he can tell you how to do things. And then I've got two brothers out in California, or thereabouts. One name is named, just recent friends. One probably doesn't know me, but I consider him a friend anyways. His name is Fernando, and he's working on one engine of mass creation. And then I've got another brother by the name of Fernando. How's that work? And he's working on the engines of mass creation. Just a little tidbit. That's for my friends out there to figure out. It's kind of between me and them. But I'm so glad that I'm still alive and still kicking. And even though I've had after 9/11, we've had between me and my wife, we've had several deaths in the family. And in 2008, I lost my job, and we about lost everything. We've got a neighbor down here that's been run out of her home because of mismanagement of money, and now the bank has took their house away, and they had a family of 6, and all of a sudden they were out of a home. We've seen all kinds of crazy stuff happen, people out of their homes, and all this stuff happening in America. But during the last little bit, I've really grown to know that there's a lot of people having troubles nowadays. And I believe it's just time for us all to wake up and realize we're people that can love each other and not hate each other, not be pitted against each other. We're people that can work together, and we could actually make this thing work. There's plenty of room for nearly 7 billion people, and these people that are out there that think that we can solve our problems by elimination, they need to be eliminated. We need to work together. That people, human beings, are our greatest resource, regardless of what happens in the news, regardless of what happens in the media, regardless of what you're led to believe. Humanity was put here by this great awesomeness. Okay, I'll go that far. And we dishonor that great awesomeness if we don't take care of our neighbor and be good. Thank you all for listening to me, and I hope this will help you. This is my gift card to everybody around this season. Bless you all. Ooh. I'll take this and cut it out.